Hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to the Sky Network show, episode like season 3, episode 7, Staking Mastery, where we'll be discussing a lot many things. But before we start, let me welcome Yogesh. Yogesh, welcome to the show. How are you doing today?
Hi, doing good. Thank you. Thanks for having me here today.
Yeah. So just to update the community, that it will be just me and Yogesh today. Richie is busy with his cousin's wedding, so he wanted to make it to the show as per his commitment, but due to some circumstances at the same time, he's right now in church, so he'll not be able to join us. Uh, by the way, hello community, say hi in the chat. Let's see if you guys can hear us. Everything is all good and green. Yogesh, how was your week?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there was a lot of challenges as community already knows about that. And before we come into the actual agenda of today's call, before we start, I will acknowledge all these community members who are supporting the project so far in all these ups and downs. So really acknowledge and really appreciate everyone. I think it's that's the teamwork. That's the makes the difference, right? So I take a moment and express my gratitude for the all the community members, supporters, and everyone. All right. Okay, Sandeep. Before we move on to the our agenda of today's call, let's see how many people are here and what they're talking about and what's the vibe right now.
Definitely, Yogesh. And as far as I can see, we are live on X, we are live on Facebook, and we are live on YouTube. I do not see any messages, so let me just put the message here. So sometimes it does happen that this platform which we use may not be able to fetch the messages sometimes, etc. But yeah, let me just double check it, and if anybody here in the chat could you please just put our message, it would be great. And just make sure that we are audible and everything is good and clean.
All right. All right. Okay, Sandeep. So the today's main topic for this show is the staking mastery, which is one of the key component of decentralized finance, DeFi. So think about this as a bank deposit. So people will be able to do the fixed deposit or depositing money in the bank account, and the bank provides the returns. That's the conventional, traditional banking system, right? So how that can work on a blockchain and Web3 and decentralized way. So that's the one of the component is the staking. Now that's the one of the component of the entire larger ecosystem of DeFi space. Right, so that's what we'll talk about for today. Before we go into the this show, I would like to take a opportunity, Sandeep, to bring and talk about the recent incident that was happened, and this I really want to uh, put the idea across my conversation across the community is the team is super serious about the security, and the recent incident about the wallet compromisation, and there were a lot of other implication of that incident that happened recently. So I would like to give a brief about what happened and what are the steps and everything. By the way, there is already an official announcement from the team what happened and everything on Twitter and other places. But just I reiterate for those people who haven't seen it yet. So basically, on 8th of May, there were a wallet that was used for the migration dApp that was compromised, and for some reason, there was the hacker get access to that particular wallet. Now, I was looking for many comments everywhere that secure chain, how there can be a security breach when there is core focus of the project is security and an AI. So how come this can happen? So I would like to assure the community at the moment is that it is it's not the blockchain that was compromised or smart contract or like that. It's the wallet that was controlled by the humans. So humans can make mistakes, right? But I would like to assure the community that the loss is not significant enough to worry about that. So those people who are panicking, my request is to just look at that, how that can be managed through the severe security measures that is being taken by the team. So yeah, I mean, that was the incident that was happened recently, and it is. I would like to, and this is an opportunity to have a conversation with the community about that. And the actions that has been taken already started is to minimize the loss, because there are ideally 50 million skyways were taken out, but only 15 million that were sold. So 35 was already unsold. So to minimize this loss, the team decided to uh, create a new token smart contracts to swapping once again, so migration again. But it will be very smooth and easy for people. It will be airdrop. I mean, it's already, I think it's already airdrop. So within next 24 hours everything will be resumed as usually. And yeah, I think that's it, Sandeep. So there were stuff, things happen. I mean, this is life, right? Life and business, things happen. So the things had happened, but with the swift response by the team has taken care of and managed everything. And now within 24 hours, I think it will be back to as usual. Anything else you want to add to this conversation,
Yeah,
Sandeep?
for sure, Yogesh. So again, I think we should give a little bit more time for everybody to join in. So those who are, I mean, everybody gets the right message. But so this the incident which happened was unfortunate. Of course, nobody wanted that. So we want to make sure that again this is a clear that we have never sold a single sky. That is me and Yogesh, that we can vouch for. But what happened, as Yogesh rightly explained, that the funds were moved from the wallet, which was compromised, and the way it was compromised, it was not even the developer's fault as well. It was a phishing, like it was part of the phishing attack, and whatever happened had happened. And I think it is a time we put a full stop to it in order to resolve this issue and stop that hanging sword on our community, right? Of that 35 million which were not sold yet. We have deployed new smart contracts on all 8 different networks, and we are all in the process of airdropping the tokens to everyone. Whoever was holding the Sky latest contract will automatically um, like all the new tokens will be airdropped. I think Binance is already done, right? The Binance network is already done, and Ethereum is also done, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, still it's in progress, but within the next 24 hours, all on all 8 different networks, each and every holder will receive that new Sky. So what you will have to do is just import new token address. Let me put it the token address here as well. One moment. Yeah. So that is the latest update, guys. And today's show was actually about staking mastery, right? So this is the new smart contract address which I have put in the this one, and don't worry. I have also put the smart contract address in the Telegram group where you can take that, and also we'll be updating it everywhere. Okay, not just like CoinGecko, all the other places. It will be updated, and you will be able to receive that. Yeah. So I've let me pin this address also. All right. So as this is done, we are moving past this breach, and the thing is, it's not that just about this project. This kind of things can happen, and this is a very stark reminder that wherever there is a human involvement, there is always that possibility, and we should be able to manage these risks better than what we have done so far. So again, I take full responsibility for this incident, and make sure that we do not we make sure to follow 100% all the security process, um, and make sure that there are no lapses. Um, yeah, I think that is the best thing which we could do from our side in order to reinstate, like, so for example, those 15 million which were sold, we will be burning that 15 million sky tokens, so sky coins in sky mainnet, right, Yogesh?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, so that is what we can do, and that is those are the sky which are accumulated by running the validator nodes. And we'll also, but again, there will be impact. I'm not saying that there will be not be an impact, because otherwise this coins could have been used for providing the uh, staking rewards for upcoming upcoming projects, like for example our liquidity staking, or staking, like, we wanted to build new things. So of course this budget will be cut from there. But yeah, we'll work it out, and we'll make sure that see, um, necessity, like, there is one proverb: necessity is a mother of invention, right? So this is the situation. But so right now, it is our necessity that we invent new things, something new, something powerful, and with this more pressure, we'll build even better things. So I think that is the best thing to be done now, right, Yogesh?
yeah, yeah, definitely. So having us security strengthened far more, and keeping double security, triple, 10x. I mean, as much as possibly possible has to increase the management of the everything. I mean, the team has to create all the security shield for this kind of incidents from happening in the past. I mean, what I feel personally is this incident is not a big enough, but I think very significantly to for the team to make sure to get the security up to the mark. So yeah, I mean, I'm sure team is already working on it. There are a lot of things, because it's like, if you think about this, there is a constant battle. Okay, there is a constant battle between good and evil, between hackers and developers. There is a substantial amount of the attack that's being done on the infrastructure, not only the secure chain infrastructure, but that's natural. I mean, if you look at the any popular projects, you will see there is a cyber security attacks. It's constant. So it's like we sitting together and talking right now, but if you look at the technical states, there are like hundreds of attempt, the brute force attack that's been happening on the servers and infrastructure of the sky right now. It's constant. But I think that's where the pro and the strong ecosystem can exist, right? So it has to be a super strong and powerful security shield and protection over all these hackers and all kind of things. So that's the thing that that's the only thing that to manage this kind of things from happening in future. But yeah, that's it. I think, Sandeep. I think this is how this is happened. This is what the course of action, this is the remediation, and this is what the next step. So but whatever can happen, it can never stop a project from moving forward, right? Before moving forward to the our today's agenda, Sandeep, you want to add to this part, or we can just move on to the DeFi and staking part?
Yeah, I think, Yogesh, we have covered it. And for those who are still having questions, can feel free to DM me or talk to me, and we'll get back to you on that. But yeah, this is the truth, and will be, as we have already shared the official news. Also, will I mean, with this incident report, this investigation does not stop here, right? We will investigate it further also, and whatever the evidence we find, whatever the results we find, we'll share it with the community as well. So that is that. And as we say, as you said, in next 24 hours, the trading on all the networks, all the networks will begin again with the same liquidity which we have removed for this incident, during this incident, so which will put back. So yeah, I think also this has affected this week's work as well, right? Because last 2 days has gone 100% in this, and that was very much required, but it does affect the show in a way that like, okay, for sticking mastery, we wanted to do for this episode so many different things, but we didn't got the time out to showcase you guys how things will work, and what percentage of rewards you'll be getting for the new staking mechanism. Also, we will be bringing liquidity staking, so how that will work. Also, will be bringing new dApps where more sky will be burned. So those things will be there. But yeah, I think, Yogesh, it is a good time we move on to the DeFi, because DeFi is a very important aspect of any blockchain project, right? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So basically, think about this: the finance, the traditional finance, is a key player of the human, is our human society, right? So, banking sectors in traditional finance is playing key role into this human civilization. Now, the new advancement of that is via this is decentralized way. So in Web3 and decentralized system, the entire financial system, it is not at the moment 100% can be shifted to this decentralized finance system, but it's DeFi is getting better and better and better, because see, there are many aspects about the DeFi staking that we'll talk about this. But before coming to the staking, just want to lay a foundation for the uh, complete DeFi ecosystem space for now. So basically, what will happen is there are many components of the DeFi, so many things. For example, like loans, borrowing, and that kind of loans, borrowing and lending protocols, and then DEX aggregators, very powerful component. For the all the trading people, they are talking about how the trading and how the farming and how the staking and how this ecosystem of financial DeFi, financial decentralized financial system, can benefit the or empower the end user, not only for those people who will be using the system, but also those people who are there to support the system. I mean, there are so many people out there who provide, let's say, liquidity to some of the liquidity pools, and they get benefit out of all their work, what they do over there. So basically, how whatever the way people can involve or contribute to the ecosystem. For example, as I said, liquidity providers, traders, the users, the consumers, for example, the developers, marketers, many ways, the ways the people can contribute into the DeFi ecosystem. I'm not only talking about the only SCAI ecosystem, but the general as an industry. So that's what the entire space of the DeFi is. Now coming back to staking mastery. So there are also so many ways. There are the staking various variations, and if you think about this, all the dividend distribution that was very popular in the past, where the certain percentage of the revenue or whatever source of the token that extra inflow is, that will be distributed as a dividend to the token holders. So basically, staking also serves as a core of the decentralized governance, or we can say decentralized DAO, decentralized autonomous organization. So this also serves a very powerful, significant role in this type of decentralized protocols. Now, think about this. If, let's say, for example, it becomes like a shareholders of a traditional public companies. So for example, if any, let's say Apple for example, and all the shareholders of the Apple, they receive whatever benefit that traditionally people receive. So the same way, while staking, people also be able to receive kind of rewards, and depending on their participation. So these are the couple of ways staking can be used for the everywhere, not only Sky, but it's everywhere. Now, when we're talking about the advanced strategies, that is technically be using main priority in the Sky ecosystem. When you talk about that, then liquidity staking is very powerful concept. Liquidity staking is where people not just stake their token, but also at the same time they also uh, stake the other coin as well. So providing a liquidity to the market, to that DEX, for example. So providing the liquidity to the DEX, it creates a super liquid market, and it provides a lot of opportunities for traders, arbitration, and many other things. Like liquid market is the number one uh, good health of the project if there is a more liquidity present in an ecosystem. So basically, the liquidity staking, that's the upcoming the release of the Sky component that is been there, is currently in under development, but it will be released in sooner in near future. And that, as I said, is very powerful concept. And it will create the super influx of utility for the ecosystem, and it will empower all these the Sky holders and all the participants of the of the project. So yeah, it's a very powerful concept that's been coming out. I mean, it's a lot of people are waiting, like, where is mining and staking, where is that? So yeah, that's it on the horizon, and it will be uh, announced when it will be coming out into the market pretty soon. So yeah, I think Sandeep, you want to add something to this, especially liquidity staking, or your views on this?
No, Yogesh, you have already put it very well, and I was just checking out a couple of things and answering some questions in the chat. But yeah, so guys, staking helps create the passive income. Staking helps creating the supply. Like, okay, basically the best part about the staking is about, it locks the circulating supply, right? It reduces the circulating supply in a way, but also it has its own problems as well, because for example, right now if you see many projects, right, they are doing insane percentage returns in staking, and many of them do it by so basically it creates a inflationary effect. So for example, if we are giving the 45% return on in a year on for our staking, and if our price is not increased by 45%, then this will create a inflationary effect, and we have seen that effect by ourselves. So that was the reason, and as I said before, right, necessity is a mother of invention, because there is a necessity here. It is required for us to create new ways. Okay, we will invent new things, and when it comes to inventing those new things, like there are multiple places where staking can be used. Like for example, uh, for liquidity, staking is one thing. Second is, like for example, if we create a decentralized payment processing thing, right? So there also users can stake their multiple liquidity. So basically, with the help of one single DeFi platform, we can we can provide our users multiple ways to stake multiple types of assets. It's not just one Sky which is stake, like which can be staked, but when it comes to DeFi, it opens up opportunity for all different types of digital assets to be staked, and that is a very powerful thing, because what it does is it creates like it increases our TVL, total value locked on the network, as well as it creates the adoption, and basically takes the sky to the success. It's as simple as that, right? Yeah, over to you, Yogesh. I think those are the things which
Yeah,
are on top of my head right now. Also, guys, I'm sorry for again. This is I've been occupied with this stuff and not able to work out everything which I wanted to share in today's episode. But yeah, it's not the last day, and yeah, we are here for the long run. So,
yeah. And also, I mean, still you covered really well, Vasandeep. So you put it the liquidity staking, how that works, and how the inflationary mechanism has an adverse effect on a project, and how that can be resolved, and how that can be converted into the positive and beneficial to the ecosystem. So you already created very powerful distinctions here as well about the staking and DeFi and
yeah.
liquidity staking.
Also, one
All
more thing
right.
I would like to add
Yeah.
here. It's an anecdote. For example, in my like in our recent visit to Dubai, we were able to we discussed a lot of ideas to get the real utility, like not just utility in terms of like for example for gas fees or for other stuff. Like you should be able to spend sky to buy something, right? You should be able to spend sky to go to ATM and cash or sky in order basically in order to get that real life utilities. uh, there also we came up with a plan where we can create a kind of a structure where users can stake their sky and their and like for example it is a different type of liquidity staking. It would not be on the dex, but again this is not ready yet, so we'll share it when everything is ready. But yeah, there are so many options and places where staking can help sky ecosystem in general. Specifically also there are many projects which are being built on sky. So for those projects also staking will be one of the key component. So that is also something which is in our roadmap. So yeah, I mean we have a great roadmap ahead, guys. We have been working really hard to reach where we have reached, and as I said, right, it's not the end of the world. We are gonna be working on this tirelessly. Why? Because community for the community support. Okay, nothing else. Like community is the milestone of this project. It is the rock. I mean, it is the main foundation of this project, right? And as I said in the group also, we are about to reach total supply into circulating supply. Very soon we'll reach that. Once we reach that goal, the project will actually start from there. So those who have been with us for a long time, thank you very much for being here. And again, if you'll see in the show, next episode is about diamond hands, right? So we'll share what actually means by having those diamond hands and what are the benefits, right? So again, I think sky will get, like, each and every holder will get benefit. They just need to take, just have that patience, have those diamond hands, don't waver for small things, and yeah, we'll make it there for sure, guys. Okay.
Yeah. I think Sandeep, as I keep saying this in other episodes as well, but those people who are new, uh, blockchain business is no different than the traditional business. Okay, so they're the same principles. It takes uh, it's not gonna be easy, okay, but it's fine. I mean, team is not here for the easy stuff, because otherwise the project wouldn't be last this long, right? It takes a lot of work, and it is gonna be easy, it is gonna be difficult, but which is completely fine, right? The more difficult it is, the more valuable it becomes. And it takes work, right? So, and the team is always talking about the creating utility, and creating a sustainability, and thinking about the long term, and don't worry about the short term things, and all kind of things, right? So that's what the um, the key about the businesses, I mean, the blockchain businesses is the same like traditional businesses, right? I'm sure that in community members there are many of them are running their own businesses in their life. They know that how the businesses can be done. Many people think that success is the straight line, straight path, but it's absolutely not. It's always ups and downs, and it's like a roller coaster ride, right? So, but which is completely fine, okay? So entrepreneurs always are excited about how what are the new challenges and how that can be taken care of, and how the challenges can be turned into the opportunities. So that's the key about the entrepreneurship, and blockchain or decentralized entrepreneurship is no different. Okay, all right. So that being said, Sandeep, if we're talking about the long-term vision and sustainability and creating utility, then the Sky Network show, I think, plays a critical role as well, creating the oneness about the community, and having opportunity for every week to have an opportunity to interact with the members of community. And yeah, I mean, it's a journey, guys. Together, it's a collective effort, and as a community project, it's a together. There can be the battle can be fought and won, right? So that's all about that. So I mean, this year is the best year, 2025, as I was talking about earlier as well, due to many events like geopolitical event and many other things. So especially DeFi also has a lot of benefit. There are a lot of development in terms of a DeFi space as well. I wanna, before we forget, I just wanna add one of the aspects about the yield farming, the maximizing the yield. Maximizing yield across the networks, and risk management in yield farming. Two things. So risk management, okay, is very important, very powerful. I mean, very significant component about any project. Risk. There are many risks. Number one, security risk, right? So there should be a cutting edge. I mean, like still like security for the all the ecosystem, right, to protect the community and protect the project. And because as I was talking about earlier, hackers are out there, I mean, and their full-time job is to find ways how to crack certain systems. So that's what they do, I mean, they do that for living. But to make a very solid, secure systems, that's the number one priority for the Sky ecosystem. I mean, it should be priority for every blockchain projects, because this is a decentralized world. Once it's gone, it's gone. I mean, there is no recreate. There is no way to get the. There's nothing we cannot be reverse anything, right? So it's a completely immutable. Once happened. So security risk is major risk into the industry. So and the team is also working super hard to making sure about the security systems. That's number one. Number two, in terms of tokenomics risk. So for example, the liquidity, the movement of liquidity, the movement of tokens, and all kind of things. So there are also certain risks involved in that as well. For example, there are certain ways where people the bad players take advantages of various ways of the tokenomics, and that part of the risk is also should be considered uh, very powerful. And another one is the human the involvement. So that's why the decentralized world exists, right? So to reduce the human involvement as much as possible, because where there is a centralization, there is a risk of centralization, right? So all these things are centralized risk. Now imagine if everything is happening on a smart contract, everything is decentralized. So in that case, you can think about, you can, I mean, anyone can sleep at night peacefully thinking there won't going to happen anything to whatever, right? So moving from centralization to decentralization is the one of the key component that the projects can do. And yeah, I mean, it will be there for when you're talking about the Sky ecosystem, especially, it will be there. So eventually Sky will be taken over by the community through a decentralized mechanism, through DAO, through governance, through decentralized voting, many things, right? So that's which the project will be headed to. But it should be mature enough. If not, then it will be prone or vulnerable to the whales and bad actors again. So the project should be mature enough to becoming 100% decentralization. So yeah, I mean, these are the some of the risks that can be managed into the entire ecosystem. In here it's written only the yield farming, but it applies to all the entire DeFi ecosystem, and also it applies to all the businesses. So that's there for the risk. And maximizing yield across networks, multi-network, right? Multi-chain is also very powerful concept. Like it's open up the lot of the opportunity for arbitration, and it gives the access to the multiple communities. So for example, if BSC network, if the SCAI is present in BSC network, then it is getting the exposure or tap into the ecosystem of the BSC. And same way, let's say if they are on Optimism, for example, or maybe Avalanche, then there is an opportunity to getting in exposure of those community as well. So getting into the multi-network opens up multiple opportunities, and it provides creates opportunity for multiple liquidity sources as well. So not depending on only one or few sources of liquidity, but if there are multiple sources, like Sandeep was talking about last time, like the SCAI will be on one DEX, then all DEX, then one centralized exchange, and then all centralized exchange. So that's the where it creates a lot of magic. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. And yeah, before I can move on to the Sandeep, you want to add anything to this conversation, or we can just
No, we
move on
can
to
move
the
on, no
next one?
problem.
All right. Okay, so that's what the upcoming the component development is. I was talking about the more about the liquidity staking and how the people can have multiple uh, have benefits using multiple strategies, staking strategies, and all kind of things, right? So that's be in the development right now. It will be announced when it will be coming out in the near future. And yeah, I mean, top yield farmers also will get featured. And yeah, I mean, the DeFi space is considered the very lucrative space. If you're talking about the entire ecosystem, it's a super lucrative space if utilized properly. So yeah, looking forward for creating utility and value. Okay, it's end of the day, it's not the pump and dump price going up or down or this and that. It's all about creating real value. If there is a real value, there is no problem. I mean, the prices, the perceived value, the price going up and down, speculation and everything, that will be taken care by automatically by on its own. So the core focus is for 2025 is to taking the value creation and having more projects being built on the Sky network. That will be the game changers, because of course they are the one who will be taking the project forward, because those developers build DeFi and games and various NFTs and projects and all kind of things. If they can build all those things on a Sky network, then they are the one who will be taking the community's ecosystem forward. So yeah, I mean, it's creating the real value and sustainable value. That's the ultimate vision of the project, and not worrying much about the pump and dump thing and speculation, pricing, this and that. So that's all about that from my side. Let me see some of the questions if I can have quickly. All right. So Kirito, you are saying I have staked Sky for 1 year plan with 45 rates. Will we accept reward rate in 45%? Yeah. So those people who have already staked for that price point, they will continue receiving that according to the whatever the current setup is. But eventually, at the moment currently it's a centralized system, but eventually it will be moved to a decentralized system. So, but I think those people who already committed and already staked this, they should be continue having receiving the reward as they were agreed at the time they were staked. So I think that was be continuous process for those people who were already staked. All right. What else? All right. So if those people who have any further question, feel free to reach out into the Telegram group. There's a team of developers and the community supporters who will be happy to assist you and have a conversation with you for any brainstorming ideas or anything that you want to have any questions or concern or anything else. So feel free to join the Telegram group. And yep, I think that is it, Sandeep, from my side. I think we are
Yeah.
above the time. So if you want to add anything, we can complete.
Yeah, definitely. So Yogesh, I wanted to mention a couple of things here. So as you rightly said, and you already we have already put up the message so people can find all the details about it. Investigation is still continuing. So whatever the results comes out of the investigation, that also we will share with the community. But one clear distinction I wanted to share, that I would rather die than betray the community. Okay, it's as simple as that. And yeah, see, nobody. I mean, I don't know how to prove that, but it's up to everyone. The trust is always mutual, right? And yeah, you trust us, we trust you. And with the core values of democracy and decentralization, we have created this project. We are running this project with the same values, and these are the values which will make this project great. It's not that it's not the technology which is making this project great. It is the community and the trust of community on us and each other that is creating this value. So yeah, I know. See, storms will come, bad days will come. It's not every day is never gonna be a green day. Okay, but we learn from our mistakes and we make sure that it never gets repeated, and we grow. That's what we can do. Right? We cannot sit behind and keep crying. Okay, this happened, that happened, blah 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 blah. That is not gonna work out. End of the day, what we create, that's what going to be helpful. Um, and as I said, right now, to invent new things is a necessary for us. Then we'll do it. Not an issue. We'll create new ways. We'll create new products. We'll create innovative ideas. Okay, it's not just me who is running the project, or it's not me and Yogesh who are the owner of this project, right? This is a community owned project. Each and every community member is the owner of the project, and each and every member has been contributing to the project. It's not just us contributing. Last 2.5 years, we have not been running the project. Okay, it is the community which has taken the project from start till here. And again, those who were there at the time of the pre-sale would might know that there was no team, there was no name even. So again, I joined the project at the when this issue of airdrop happened, right? And those who have been here would know that how we did it. And when we reached that our milestone of $1 million question, when every sky holder, whoever is holding a million sky, is a millionaire, that time we'll talk about it, right? This is not the right time. So I think I'll say two things. If you have put your trust on me or on us, uh, you have not made a mistake there, and we'll make sure to prove that you have not made a mistake there. Yeah, I think that's all from my side.
Yeah, definitely. All right. So yeah, put it really well. So it's the true partnerships and true community projects runs with the collaboration with each other. And yeah, I mean there is not always a good day, right? If some people think that okay, there is always good day, then they are in delusion. So there is this kind of things happens, and only thing is not to learn from it uh, and just move on and make sure it doesn't happen again, and that's it. I mean, pretty much it. All right. Okay, Sandeep. So I think that's it, pretty much it. So if there is no other questions from community, we can complete this call. All right. So appreciating everyone, all the community members for being with the project, and yeah, I mean, have a very powerful and successful and peaceful weekend, and the next week days ahead. All right, Sandeep. So yeah, please give your also concluding remarks.
Definitely. Thank you very much, Yogesh. You put all the things very well, and thank you, community, for hearing us for next last 54 minutes. And thank you, everyone. Wishing every one of you a great weekend. Wishing you a happy weekend, safe weekend, and a productive week ahead. So far this weekend, I'm gonna be here, so there are no no weekends for us. Will be right now we'll be airdropping to the new tokens to all the holders and completing that work. And again, it is our target that within next 24 hours we get back to the where we were. And yeah, let's start growing, man, because end of the day that's what we are here to do. And I'm pretty sure that see, whatever comes our way, okay, we'll fight it out, we'll figure out, we'll find new solutions, we'll create new things. Okay, because our problems will be unique, we'll have to create the unique solutions as well. And I am committed to do that. Yogesh is Yogesh, what do you think? Are you committed?
No question about this. So since last couple of years, being in this
Right.
space for, yeah, I mean, so long time. That's what we do.
Yeah. So from our side, we are committed. Now it's your like again, it is the community members, and it's not just all the members. It's each and every person has to figure out. Okay, are you committed? Right? Are you committed to the success of Sky? It's not just me, or it's not just gonna be like it is impossible in today's world. The hardest project to run would be a blockchain project in Web3 ecosystem, right? Because so we have took the hardest challenge, and together we can win for sure. Now it is you need to decide that are you committed to the project, are you committed to this community? I am. Are you? That's the question, right? And let's do it together. This is so wishing every one of you a very happy weekend, and we'll see you everyone next Saturday 2 p.m. UTC sharp. And next uh, episode is Diamond Hands, and this is the again one last one point I would like to put that if anybody who has made money or significant money but it, through crypto would always say the most important thing which they did would be holding, right? And just have diamond hands. Don't paper hands may get sometimes profit, sometimes loss, but diamond hands will always be in profit. So yeah, let's end at that time, that note. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a great weekend. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.